I'm Tim Schulz. I am from the United States, and I am the adversary emulation lead at Scythe. Now, you might ask, what does that mean? So, really, it comes down to I help people and organizations go through purple teaming exercises. So sometimes it's their first time. Other times it's a sort of ramping maturity through multiple exercises over time in order to help progress an entire organization. Now, when I'm not doing that, I tend to help write emulations because all of our tests are back to cyber threat intelligence. So that involves a little bit of research and also working with the product. Occasionally, I also still get to write some code and develop for the product itself. If you're not familiar with Scythe, we're a automated adversary emulation framework and platform. And so that's what I've spent some time on. And then I also have the awesome privilege of being able to lead an amazing team that goes and supports the entire organization through either development of different capabilities versus doing some more of those purple team exercises, developing those emulation plans. So that's really, I think, the sort of day-to-day of my role. Now, about my talk today, I talked about execution methods. One of the big things when I say execution methods, it's really the technologies behind and sort of what all of adversary behaviors as well as legitimate user behaviors are built upon. And so these are things like the Windows command line or PowerShell that really have a ton of functionality built in by default, and of course for good reason. But these have been abused by adversaries, and it makes it very difficult for defenders to understand all of the features and functionality of these ways adversaries are executing their own code. And so that's really just going over that process of how to take a methodical approach to testing those different types of methods. Now, on where I see purple teaming, I think purple teaming is here to stay. It's something that, because of the collaborative environment that often is a driver for people wanting to do purple teams, bringing both the red team and the blue team together, and just in general, that the entire idea of the transparent testing, I think, is something that's absolutely here to stay. I think we're seeing more and more organizations not only approach purple teaming, but also really embrace it because it is something that allows for a quicker turnaround time with tests. Adversaries are able to turn around new techniques on a extremely regular basis. And so the typical life cycle of having red teams come in and do a test and then come back maybe 6 months or a year later, it's something that isn't fast enough necessarily for a lot of organizations. Most red teams have a lot of different customers and clients that they have to attend to. So sometimes those lead times are 10 to 12 weeks at a minimum. And so that's something that I think purple teaming reduces that time between tests and allows organizations to adapt a little bit faster. And so it'll become a part of every organization will do purple teaming activities, I think, going into the future. And look forward to seeing how all the new research and methods that come out of people embracing it and doing more and more purple teaming. So thanks for having me, and appreciate the opportunity to talk a little bit about my passion.